Good morning and happy Monday, leaders. I am so pleased to say that you've made it to the last week of coursework for SLS 2261 Dynamics of Leadership. I'm super pleased with the progress so many of you have made, and even more excited to enter into this last week of coursework and see how you all kind of pull all of this content, this theory, and apply it to some sort of analysis. So I'm looking forward to seeing what you do as we pull together these final pieces of content. So this week, you're going to begin by looking into the dark side of leadership, transitioning into understanding what civic engagement is and how we apply our leadership in the community. And so I'm going to ask you to be thinking about what it is that you care about specifically and how you can apply that leadership to affect positive change in the places in which you live. And then we're going to talk about vulnerability and how this idea of vulnerability and the concept and the science behind vulnerability is essential, kind of like ethics and integrity are to leadership. That, vulnerability means to have courage in the face of adversity, in the face of fear, and to be able to lead anyway. And so how important it is for leaders to show up vulnerable, and what vulnerability actually looks like. It's not a person hysterical crying. That's not vulnerability. Vulnerability is just being able to show ourselves, right? To be able to tell the truth, to be able to do that with tact, to be able to do that while applying all of the other things that we've learned previously in the course, but to be able to fully be authentically ourselves, so that way we give permission to the others around us to do that too, while we're continually building trust, right? And then we're taking those concepts of civic engagement, right? How do we apply our leadership to the things we care about in our communities, combined with the power and importance of vulnerability, and pulling it all together for your final exam. Your final exam will be a paper or project. You get to choose. You either write a paper or a slideshow, same amount of content, same amount of information, just two different formats. If you're more of a creative person, I'm sure you'll choose the slideshow. And if you're more of a straightforward person, you will take good care to write a great paper. There is a video and a whole directive and lots of information listed in Canvas on helping you create the best final exam paper or project that you can. I encourage you to start today, which is Monday, and use the entire time that you have to move through this week's learning module, to make sure that you have great notes, to make sure you're completing the tasks that are there, because there are tasks there. There's a civic engagement quiz. There is a discussion board on civic engagement. All of this is in preparation for your final exam paper and project. So make sure that you're not procrastinating. This is a leadership course. You should be applying these skills. So those of you that I'm hearing from on Sunday night because something is happening, you're not applying your leadership in the way that we're expecting to see you, really show that you know how to absorb this information and use it in your life in a practical way. So, rise to those college expectations, do everything you can. Your final exam paper or project will be due next week on Monday. And so you have lots and lots and lots of time to make sure that you have a full week to make sure that you have everything you need to do this well. So there will be some aspects of your paper project that will require some research. There are research sources from the TCC library there. Just use that link. You do not need to do any searching on your own. Wikipedia is not your friend. You just use that link there. It will help you get all the information that you need. You're going to use APA, which if you've used MLA, it's a similar style, just slightly different. Again, there are resources for that on Canvas too. Everything you need is on Canvas, but you will have to take your time throughout this week to prepare. So the reason why I give you the full week is to make sure that everybody has the opportunity to get an A, if and only if you are the student you came here to be. I believe in you. You know that. It's up to you to show what you know and to get things done to the best of your ability, right? Has your name on it. It should be the best that you can do. So rise to expectations, step into your own greatness, and make sure that this last week is really the best that you can do. Okay, so again, this is our last week of coursework. Next week is just final exam, and you're already working on your final exam because that whole module is open now. So get started and let me know if you need me. My final office hours is this week on Tuesday morning. So use the Zoom link, come see me virtually, and we will talk if you have any questions. See you guys soon.